Good evening and welcome to Skylands Ice World inside the Forum for Pope John Lions Hockey. Mike Formisano along with you, calling tonight's game as the Pope John Lions, coming off a couple of defeats, look to turn back to the winning ways as they take on the Notre Dame Irish. The Irish out of Lawrenceville, New Jersey, just north of Trenton, and they're on a two-game winning streak as the Irish won over the past weekend, and they are looking to extend their winning streak to 3. Meanwhile, the Lions fallen last week against Seton Hall Prep 6-2, and St. Joe's of Montvale 3-1 right here in Skylands Ice World. They look back to get back on the winning track tonight against Notre Dame. Luke Jarosowicz taking the draw, and it's won by Luke Jars, and it goes over to Hunter Perillo. Perillo, number 17 for the Lions. Back to Alex Slater. Over to Magnus Bars, 22. Perillo over the blue line on the far end. Perillo looking to come in. Goes behind the net. He's on the near boards now. Drops it off of Bars. Bars intercepted by number 11. And again, I don't have a name for that. We can just call numbers, as I said. Taken away by Colatrella. Nicholas Colatrella behind the Irish net. Here's Slater. Slater with the pass over. Sean Hughes, the shot. He scores! Sean Hughes puts it into the top right corner above the catching glove of the Notre Dame goaltender. And the Lions grab a 1-0 lead. So Sean Hughes, who had been out for a few games last week, he's back in the lineup tonight, and he makes his presence felt immediately. Hughes with the goal, and the Lions take a 1-0 lead. The goal comes with 13:22 to go. First period. Lions up 1-0. Luke Jars to Frith. Over to number 12, Lucas Komick. Stolen away by Bars, the senior defenseman in. The shot. Stick saved by the goaltender, number 35, and it actually knocked his blade loose. So the big piece of lumber on the ice in the face-off circle nearest to the goaltender. He's finally coming out and get it, but he thinks twice as the Lions are in the zone. Here's Perillo in the near corner. Perillo back to Colatrella. The shot deflected and picked up by Guerra. Cameron Guerra on the face-off circle. Over to Hughes. Sean Hughes will circle back around. Hughes with the shot. Guerra missed wide right. It comes in on the goaltender, number 35, and he'll make the save and hold on. Here's the shot by Guerra over the crossbar. And along the near boards now. Hughes with it. Over to Abbeville. Liam Abbeville, who was the lone goal scorer against St. Joe's last Wednesday. Comes back around outside the zone and right in front of the Pope John bench where Alex Slater will play it. Slater, the senior defenseman for Pope John. Back on his stick now. Pass over to Abbeville. Abbeville to Michello. Michello back to Slater on the face-off dot in the far end in the Pope John zone. Down to Bars, over the red line, over the blue. Magnus Bars coming in. Checked into the corner. He lost an edge. There's Michello. Michello, number 19 for Notre Dame in a scrum. Bars with a quick shot. And it goes behind the net, played by the goaltender, number 35. Outside the zone it goes, and Slater and Bars have to chase it. Player for Notre Dame skating right by there, almost laying a big hit on Perillo. Now Colatrella with the shot. He scores! Nicholas Colatrella into the top right corner above the catching glove of the Notre Dame goaltender. And it's 2-0, Pope John. Well, Colatrella, who had been on fire earlier about a week and a half ago, didn't score in the Wednesday game against St. Joe's, but he's back on the score sheet tonight. Colatralla's goal makes it 2-0 with 8:55 remaining in the first period. 2-0, Lions up by a deuce. Off the boards, Slater will pick it up. Alex Slater. Brother Damien actually came back to his youth league team this past week for Skylands Kings, so it's good to see he was back in the lineup, and he should be ready to go if Coach Brown needs him, along with the other freshmen in the lineup, Hayden Marshall, Logan Dixon, Michael Formisano, and goaltender Sebastian Perillo. 5:19 to go here in the first period, 2-0. Pope John leading. Magnus Bars, senior defenseman from Pope John. Ahead to Perillo. Here comes Hunter Perillo. Perillo with the shot. He scores! Hunter Perillo, who had a 5-goal game against Pope Paul a few weeks ago, gets back on the score sheet I believe that's his 7th goal of the season. Perillo with the goal with 3:20 remaining. He puts Pope John up 3-0. Sent in by number 18, Jake Moog. I think it's Moog. It's got to be Moog. Remember Andy Moog from the Edmonton Oilers back in the early 80s, before Grant Fuhr became the steady netminder for the Oilers dynasty run. While Andy Moog was a goaltender in the 81, 82, 83 seasons. Just as the Oilers were finding their way, they got swept by the Islanders, and then they defeated the Islanders the next year for their first of 5 cups in 7 years. By that point in time, it was mostly Grant Fuhr, but Moog still saw action. 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Cameron Guerra behind the net. Guerra along the needleboards. Pass to Slater. The shot. Saved by the goalie for the Irish. Now Slater again. Picked up there by Pope John. Stolen away by the Irish, and outside the zone it goes. Cameron Guerra with it. Cross ice pass. Goes over to Bars. Now to Perry. Michael Perry. In front of the official scorers table. Cross ice pass now to Guerra. Guerra right off the face mask of number 13 for the Irish, Chase D'Angelo. Hopefully he's okay. 13, D'Angelo with it. He's still on the ice, so that's good to see. Must have deflected off the helmet. God, I cannot believe there was a day that the players didn't wear helmets and the goalies didn't wear masks. Jacques Plante, the first goaltender to wear a mask for the Montreal Canadiens, and he got a lot of abuse for that. Why are you wearing a mask? You don't need it. Yeah. Jerry Cheevers, the Boston Bruins goalie, used to paint stitches on his mask to show how many stitches he would have had on his face if he didn't wear a mask. Jack Jarosowicz over to Magnus Bars. Bars in, the shot, save. The rebound's loose in the slot. Bars with a backhander, didn't go through. 17 seconds to go. Now the Irish are one last rush. Hughes, he loses an edge. So it opens up things for number 20, Gavin Frith. Frith around into the near corner. Marcello will pick it up for Pope John. 4 seconds to go. Here's Jack Jarosowicz. He'll send it in, and that's the end of the first period. Pope John Lions get 3 on the board here in the first period, and they're going to come off the ice for a break. Zamboni will come out. He'll clean the ice, twirl around a few times, and we'll be back to action for second period here inside the Forum of Skylands Ice World. After 1, it's Pope John Lions 3, and the Notre Dame Irish no score. Shots on goal, by the way. Lions lead 18-5. Here we go. Second period. Pope John leading by a triple. And Luke Drossowitz will take the draw for Pope John, and he wins it. Goes right in front of the official scorers table. And now to Hunter Perillo. He breaks the zone. Notre Dame picks it up from there along the far boards. Sent back in. Irish carry it out. Stolen away by Bars. Good play by him. And now up to Luke Drossowitz. Drossowitz around past number 19, McVeigh. Pass up the ice to Bars. Bars will backhand it in, and now played by number 35, Griffin Schaefer, the goaltender for Notre Dame. So we're finally able to clarify that and announce it, which is nice. Saved by Schaefer as a blocking glove save into the far corners. Yeah, Sean Hughes had missed a few games last week. He missed the Seton Hall and the St. Joe's game. It's good to see him back in the lineup. He made his presence felt immediately. Shot by Marcello. Glove saved by Schaefer. Wow, highway robbery on Nick Marcello. What a save. You always got to love those goalie saves. I remember one back in the 1990s, Mike Vernon, Calgary Flames. It was a playoff game. It was a Game 7 overtime. He made this glove save. I don't know how he got it from the down position all the way to the top corner of the net in the time he did. It was incredible. Saves like that always blow me away. Here's Hughes. Back to Michael Perry. Now the shot by Jarosowicz. Save. It's loose in front. In a low slot. Notre Dame trying to clear it. It's back to the point. Held in. Michael Perry with the shot. Wide left off the glass. Now Cameron Guerra. Abbeville with it. Abbeville with a shove on a Notre Dame player. Knocks him down. The puck comes out to Hughes. Sean Hughes now to backhand. Skates back towards the goal line. Pass comes out to center ice. Sent right back in by Notre Dame. Here's Luke Jarosowicz over the far end. Over the blue line to Perry. Perry checked out the puck. The shot by Guerra. He scores! Cameron Guerra, just inside left post, beats Griffin Schaefer. And the Lions grab a 4-0 lead. Guerra's goal comes with 5:30 remaining in the second period. 4-0, Pope John. Well, the puck went to Michael Perry. He was in the high slot. He was setting up his shot, and he got checked off the puck. And as he got checked off the puck, it freed it up for Cameron Guerra, as there was nobody for the Irish there. And Guerra picks it up, takes his shot, and buries it into the back of the net. 4-0, as the Lions are up by a quartet now. Cameron Guerra along the far boards. And puck goes out of play. I think we're going to have a hooking call, and we'll see what the specifics are. I think they're looking at Guerra, so if that's the case, Pope John will go on a penalty kill. And that is indeed it. Cameron Guerra going off with 5:12 remaining in the second period. So just after he scores a goal, he goes to the sin bin. Notre Dame to the power play with 5:12 remaining in the second. 4-0, Pope John. Point. Number 11 with it. He loses it. Colatrella, his eyes opened so wide there as he would have had a breakaway if he was able to pick up the puck. Just couldn't get the handle of it. And Frith tied him up. And in fact, Colatrella, who gets taken down by Frith, is going to help negate the Irish power play. So, 25 seconds into the man advantage, and Notre Dame gives it up as a penalty against number 11 for the Irish. He'll go into the box. And we'll skate 4-on-4 for next minute 35. And the Lions will have an abbreviated 25-second power play. Now here's Perillo. Frith with it. Knocked off the puck. Shot. He scores! Number 20, Gavin Frith with the goal to make it 4-1. It is an even strength goal because we were skating 4 aside. But Frith's able to put it into the top left corner and beat Giordano and stop the shutout bid for Mason. So, 4-1, Notre Dame gets on the board. Gavin Frith with the goal. 4:33 remaining in the second period. Liam Amabile up to Michael Perry. Back to Amabile. Amabile checked into the boards right in front of the Pope John bench. We got a whistle. And we got activity between Colatrella and the goaltender, Schaefer. And so now Colatrella in there with 2 or 3 Irish players. Get their sticks up. We're going to see if anything comes of that. So, wanted to see if there was an offsides call initially as Pope John player got knocked into the bench there, or right on the boards near the half wall in front of the Pope John bench. But then there was activity right in front of the Notre Dame goal. So we're going to see what the penalties are. There are players to the box. Number 8 goes in for Notre Dame, and that's Darren Erstad. Not to be confused with Darren Erstad from the California Angels or Anaheim Angels years ago. It was E-R-S-T-A-D. This is spelled U-R-S-T-A-D-T. I think Darren is the same way, D-A-R-I-N, for this Darren Erstad and the Darren Erstad from the Angels baseball team. Well, the referee talking to the official scorers table, and we're just waiting to see what's going to be posted on the board. Minute 3 remaining here in the second period. 4-1, Pope John leads over the Notre Dame Irish. And Erstad in the box for the Irish. I would think it's going to be Colatrella in the box for the Pope John Lions. We'll see. Definitely not the Christmas spirit. You didn't expect it in the hockey game now, did you? Christmas week. Merry Christmas. Or Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate. Somebody made a joke about Festivus being today because from the old TV show Seinfeld, it was dated as December 23rd. So, well, you have Christmas, you have Hanukkah, you have Kwanzaa. Festivus? Well, okay, sure. The airing of grievances will start after the third period. Here's Drotswitz on the draw, right in front of the Pope John bench. He goes into the bench and down to play. 59.7 seconds to go, your second period. Luke Jars will take it again. His brother Jack to the right. Nick Michello on the left. Bars and Slater on defense. Irish with it. There's Frith. Pass over to 22, Gazuski. Andrew Gazuski. Shot, stick save by Giordano. McVeigh. And is crunched into the boards. We're going to have a penalty with 2.4 seconds to go. Well, Bars and another Pope John player came in on Emma G. McVeigh as she was looking for a breakaway there. We've got a couple of players down. McVeigh's on the ice still for Notre Dame. Bars still sitting on the ice. He looks okay. But then the other Pope John player who I can't see behind him. Well, Bars and McVeigh back on the ice, and that's good to see. And also the third player, and that was Alex Slater. So Alex back on his skates as well. So good to see no injuries coming of that. 2.4 seconds to go. We do have a slashing call. It's going to go against Slater. It's not a penalty shot as McVeigh didn't have enough of a break. But Notre Dame's going to actually pull their goalie, Schaefer, to the bench with 2.4 seconds to go to see if they can set up for a quick shot and a quick goal. Pope John likely wouldn't have an opportunity to shoot on the empty net. 2.5 seconds to go. Garrett take the draw for Pope John. Notre Dame wins it. Shot on goal. Out front. Backhander. Giordano had to make the save at the buzzer. Left pad. I don't know if it would have counted, but it was real close. Well, anyway, that's your second period there. Shots on goal through 2 periods. Pope John with 29 and Notre Dame with 12. Cameron Garrett gets on the board for Pope John in that second period to make it 4-0. And then Gavin Thrift with the goal for Notre Dame to put the Irish on the board. And after 2 periods, it's Pope John 4. Welcome back to Skylands Ice World inside the Forum for third period action. Pope John versus Notre Dame. The Lions lead 4-1 as we start the third period. Puck along the far boards. Here's Sean Hughes with it. Hughes inside the Pope John end. He'll give it up to Abbeville. Now over to Hughes along the far boards. The Lions killing a penalty and it knocked down the referee as the puck came through. And the referee had to dive to get out of the way, and we hope he's all right. Looks like he'll be all right. He's back on his skates and a bit of a smile, and he looks to be okay. Good to be able to shake that off. 14:44 to go, just underway here, third period. And Pope John leading by 3. Sean Hughes. Pass in front. Knocked out of the way. Cleared. We got a breakaway for number 20, Gavin Frith. Frith coming in, the backhand. Save, Giordano. The rebound. Another save. It goes wide right. Wow, big goaltending from Mason Giordano. Slater gives it over to Bars. Bars with the pass up. Aiden Perry over the blue line. Checked into the boards by Frith. Bars. Oh, Bars went ahead and took a roundhouse on the Notre Dame defenseman. Listen, Bars had his stick held and didn't like it, but he took a roundhouse on the Notre Dame defenseman, and that is not acceptable, and he will go to the sin bin. Bars goes to the box, and Pope John will have to kill a power play. Notre Dame with the man advantage with 10:32 to go in the third period. Magnus Bars for roughing. And frankly, he's lucky he just got the roughing call. Steal by Hunter Perillo. Perillo comes in all alone. Perillo, he scores! Hunter Perillo is second in the game. A shorthanded goal for Perillo with 10:13 remaining in the third period. And Pope John takes a 5-1 lead. Perillo's second of the game through the 5-hole of Griffin Schaefer. With 10:13 to go in the third, Pope John takes a 4-goal lead. 5-1, Lions up on the Irish. Magnus Bars to Jack Jars. Drasowitz inside the zone. Jack with the shot. I think the goalie got a piece of that. Went along the boards there. Didn't hear it ring any iron. Now Drasowitz in the backhander. Save, rebound, score! Luke Drasowitz off the initial shot from brother Jack. And the Jarosowitz twins make Notre Dame pay. 6-1. Luke Jarosowitz with the goal. And Lions up by 5 with 6:25 remaining in the third period. Pope John 6, Notre Dame 1. So credit the goal to Luke Jarosowitz, the assist to brother Jack. 5.5 to go, third period. Lions lead by 5. Here's Aiden Perry. Over to Abbeville. Liam Abbeville. Abbeville over the blue line. Now over the red. Gives to Perillo. Perillo's got 2 on the game. Into Aiden Perry. Perry scores! Aiden Perry with the deep around Schaefer and tucks it in past the left hand into the back of the net. 7th heaven for Pope John. The Lions lead 7-1. Aiden Perry gets on the score sheet. And the Lions up by 6 now, with 5:15 remaining in the third period. 7-1, Pope John. Coltrell will take the draw. He wins it, gives it back to Bars. Bars. Over to Logan Dixon, who sees his first action of the night. Hayden Marshall out there for Pope John as well. Number 15, Damian Slater also on the ice. So, puck comes rolling in, saved by Schaefer. As Coach Brown emptying the bench and getting the freshmen involved. So it'll be Cameron Guerra centering number 21, Michael Formisano, along with number 9, Nick Michello. Alex Slater, number 6, and Liam Abbeville on defense. Puck bounces in. It's loose in front. Cleared out of the way by Slater. Up to Michello. Michello coming in 2-on-2 with Formisano. Michello along the far boards now. Back to the point to Abbeville. He'll hold it. That pounces outside the zone. Pope John has to regroup. Abbeville back in. Back behind the Irish net with 3:45 remaining. Formisano along the near boards. Comes back out of the zone. Here's number 21 for the Irish. Or 22, I should say. Andrew Kasuski sends it in. Back behind the Irish net. Or the Pope John net, I should say. Here's Abbeville. Up to Michello. Michello trying to weave his way in past the defense. Chase on him. Formisano in the corner. Formisano digs it out. Back to Michello. Michello behind. Irish off the puck. Dylan Chase is able to clear the zone. Here's number 20, Gavin Frith. Frith inside the zone. The shot comes in. The backhander. Steve Giordano. And it's put home by Emma Jean McVeigh. McVeigh with the rebound on the right side of the net. Puts it over the catching glove of Mason Giordano to make it 7-2. So the Irish score to cut the Pope John lead to 5. 3:01 remaining here in the third period. 7-2, Pope John leads over Notre Dame. LaBianca over to Tejan. Tejan sends it in. Alex Slater with the steal. Along the far boards. 34 seconds to go. Shot. Right pad saved by Giordano. Goes behind the net. To number 11, the shot. Saved by Giordano. Right to the breadbasket. And he'll hold on. Caught it right underneath the Pope John logo. And now the freshmen make their return for Pope John, at least Hayden Marshall, number 24, and Michael Perry, number 10. Cameron Guerra will take the draw. Alex Slater out there, as well as, I think, Logan Dixon. Face-off, 1. Shot on goal by Notre Dame. Goes behind the net, there's Guerra. So Notre Dame won the face-off to get the shot on. Here's Perry with 15 seconds to go. Michael Perry will send it in. Here's Schaefer with it. 10 seconds to go. Still inside the Notre Dame end. There's Marshall. Marshall on the backhand. To Perry. Back to Alex Slater. Slater. And there's the buzzer. The Pride has spoken. Oh, the Pope John Lions defeat the Notre Dame Irish. Final score from Skylands Ice World inside the Forum. The Lions defeat the Irish 7-2. Well, Pope John got a quick start in this game. Sean Hughes, back from being out for a week, got things going, and Pope John rolled from there. Final shots on goal, 43-21 in favor of the Lions, and Pope John erases a 3-game winless streak. They moved their record to 4-2-1 on the season, and for Notre Dame, they drop to 2-5.